Hello crafty friends, let's create some mixed media stickers. I'm using blank sheet stickers that are basically labels that you would get in a stationery shop. This video will be in two parts. The first part I'll be creating the stickers, and in the second part of the video I'll be creating the art journal page where I use the stickers. I'm using acrylic paints for this part. You don't need anything that is too wet. So watercolors wouldn't work great, and watering down the acrylic paint wouldn't work as it'll seep through and you'd lose the adhesive of the sticker. So I'm using the acrylic paint as it comes. I'm mixing some colors. I'm using some straight out of the bottle. And I'm basically just painting everywhere. I'm not making any kind of design. It's very random, and I'm just covering everything with a layer of color. You can use as many or as few colors as you like. I'm also going to use some warmer colors. I want to get a full range of colors across my stickers. I'm not sure yet what kind of art journal pages I'm going to use them on, so I want a big variety and all different colors and tones. I'm also going to add some designs to create some interest. I'm going to do some stenciling using my number stencil and then a sponge with black acrylic paint. I'm just going to dab the paint with the sponge through the stencil, again just randomly over the entire area. I would really love if you subscribed to my channel. I have art journaling, junk journals, making ephemera, mixed media, and lots of other projects. And this is also home of the Full Deck Challenge. When you subscribe, also hit the little bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. I'm going to add some additional designs with a paper roll, just dabbing that in the acrylic paint and then pressing it over the page. For this kind of mark making, you can use anything that's lying around, anything you already have on your craft desk, old kind of packaging, or even packing peanuts if you've received something in the post. Look for different and unusual things that you could dip in paint and make marks on your artwork. Really have fun with this. Try different things, experiment. What's the worst that could happen? You could create some really great stickers for your art journaling. I'm also going to do some squiggles. I have watered down acrylic paint in a fine tip applicator bottle, and I'm just squiggling those around. I will leave this to dry naturally overnight, as using any kind of heat to try and dry it quicker I think will affect the adhesive of the sticker. Now moving on to the art journal page, I've already placed down some collage pieces and I've put a layer of gesso over the top. I'm going to use the paints that are already out from when I created my sticker sheet. I'm also now going to make some designs with a black watercolor pencil. I'm just dipping the point in some water and making random circles. This page, you'll notice, goes through a lot of different levels because I'm not quite happy with different elements, so I cover quite a lot of elements and rebuild. So I think it's a good way to see that even if you're not happy with something, there's always a way to fix it in mixed media and art journaling. Just add layers on top. So at this stage, I don't have a plan in my head of what I want this to look like. I'm using colors that are already available to me, that are already out, and I'm just placing color onto the paper. I'm not really thinking about it. I'm doing it quite intuitively, and that also shows that sometimes it doesn't work. So just try it, and there's no right and wrong. Just have fun and experiment. I'm basically just mark making at the moment with the different colors, using my paintbrush. Not really sure what I'm doing, but I find this super relaxing, and it's how I recharge my battery. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know that I like creating my squiggles with my watered down acrylic paint in my fine tip applicator bottles. I really love doing this. For some reason, this one didn't work so great, and a big gloop of paint came out on the right hand side of the page, so I just tried to blend that in. It was really too thick to leave there. Difficult to see a little bit on the video, but I tried to spread it out and just make it not so gloopy. But then it seems I'm making more of a mess. But I'm going to keep going, and in the end, I'm going to be happy with the result. These arches on the bottom left are not working great for me. I'm going to try fill them in with color, and then I'm going to add some mark making in the same color on the right hand side of the page, going over some of the black to break that big blob of black. Still not liking the bottom left. Let's go with layer number 3, which will be the watercolor pencil. I'm trying to define the edges, and then I'm putting some definition around the marks that I made with the turquoise. And to be honest, at this point, I'm really not loving this page. I'm going in now with a black Posca pen, making some more definition. I'm really just working it, trying to get something that I like, and eventually it will come together. So keep watching. When in doubt, bring in the happy scraps. So I'm going to be adding some happy scraps after pulling out some colors that I like. If you're interested to know what happy scraps are, I will link a video in the description box below to explain what they are, how to make them, and ideas on how to use them. Sticking them down with some glue stick, again mainly covering the areas that I'm not happy with. As I was tearing this turquoise piece, I liked the size and shape of it and tore another 2, and I thought it would look really cool to stick them down as if they're a type of washi tape that are sticking the pages together. And in comes my trusty gesso that is going to fix everything up. I'm going to add my gesso to blend in some of the areas. There goes my turquoise arches that I did not like at all. I'm covering those up. And why I'm using the gesso is to blend the elements that I've already put down, so it doesn't look like just these elements randomly stuck on the page. I feel this makes it cohesive, it blends one into the other, and it does push some of the elements into the background. And I do love white spaces. Going over some of the dark lines again, making them a little bit less circular and more wonky. If there's one thing that I cannot go without, it is my white gesso. I think I use it in 99.9% of my projects. I'm now adding a sentiment, and I'm going to frame that with a bright pink. I'm using a Posca pen, and I'm using the same pink to make some marks on the rest of the page to create some balance. Now the stickers I made previously have dried overnight, and I'm going to add some to this project, which I think will give it a lovely finishing touch. So I'm just picking 2 random ones. I love the bright pink colors. I'm putting it across the one circle. I don't like that big white gaping hole, so I'm sort of closing that with one of the stickers, and I'm leaving it off the page a little bit and tabbing it over, so it's created a tab on the actual page. I've added this one here. I'm not happy. I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to rip it in half and add the little bits, one on the one side and one on the other. I really think the color of the stickers have finished this page off really well, and I'm actually really happy with it now, although it was off to a really bad start. Here is a close-up so you can see the details. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you were inspired to create your own and to learn to play and have fun and not to worry about making mistakes. Go make those stickers, go to your art journal page. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.